Okay, so this is whiting fish. You can use any white fish. I did this with pollock, and this is the whiting. I bought it frozen. It's fresh caught, not farm raised. So I defrosted it, and then I put it on this pan. So I dried it by tapping it with paper towels to soak it all up. And now so after I dried the fish, I seasoned it with thyme. So I sprinkled thyme on there. And then in a bowl, I mixed together some spicy brown mustard, some lemon juice, some curry, and some minced garlic, fresh minced garlic. Mixed it all up. And then I also sprinkled a little bit of curry on the fish, just because I like more curry. And then I just took a couple spoonfuls and dolloped it on the fish and just kind of spread it out. And this will be the flavoring before we put it in the pan. So while I'm doing this, my pan's been heating up, and I just put it on low to medium heat. And right before I toss it in the pan, I'll sprinkle it with some sea salt as well. And now I'm going to, I like to use the coconut spray, the coconut oil spray, and it just coats the pan a little bit. A good nonstick pan won't really stick your fish anyways, but I find that like fish or egg whites or something really delicate needs just a little bit of spray, even though it's a really good pan. So, all right, so I'm going to start by putting the side that is not seasoned down first. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. And that's just because I don't want the mustard to burn on the pan. So the fish will get mostly cooked on the first side, and then the other side just finishes it off. So we'll flip it over in just a minute. Okay, so you see how the fish is turning white right around here? You can see how it's getting cooked on the sides. That's how I know when to flip it. Flip it over one at a time. And most white fish, the white fish that I'm going to eat with this recipe, are going to be really flaky so when they're finished. So another reason why I'm not going to season this side is so I can take a fork and flake it apart and just make sure that the center thicker pieces are cooked all the way through. Okay, so I'm just going to check and see. It's almost done. That's how it like almost fell apart, but I'm going to cook it just a little bit more. See how that one's not coming apart yet? That one's almost coming apart, but I like it kind of crispy, so I'm going to let it cook for maybe another minute. I think this fish is done. I'm going to take it and put it in just a Pyrex dish. This is what the top looks like. It basically falls apart, so whenever you're pulling it out of the, or scraping it off the skillet, just to be careful. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I'm using a gas stove, so the heat might be a little bit different on a gas stove versus an electric, obviously. So we'll set the cooked fish aside, and we'll spray the pan one more time. And then we'll put the remaining fillets in the pan. I'm going to let those cook. And based on the other fillets, approximately they cooked on their first side for about 4 minutes. So we'll check them again and see when the side is white. Right now it's like this opaque kind of pinkish color. So whenever they're ready to flip over, that should be white. And we'll check them in just a minute.